tutorial I am going to show you how to do a plushie in a bumblebee. So we have our black, we have a white for the wings, we have the yellow, and we have our toy stuffing, and you will also need eyes, safety eyes. Or if you don't have eyes, you can use the black and weave them in, but the eyes make it pop a wee bit better. I'm going to be using a size 4 hook because that's the recommended hook size for the HMBB caterpillar yarn. So let's get into this. Also forgot to mention a stitch marker. I just usually use a different colour piece of yarn. You can use the plastic ones, it's all whatever suits you. So we're going to make a magic circle. To make a magic circle, the working yarn is the yarn that's attached to the wool that you're working out of, and the tail is going to be facing you. You're going to wrap it over your fingers and then up and over, forming an X here at the side. And we have 2. We're going to use our hook to slide in and under and bring that second loop in to the front. We're pinching and holding, and then from here you're going to chain 1 to lock that into position. Once this is chained and locked, bring this out and unravel it, because chenille yarn can be very hard to work with and pull the magic circle tight, and usually it snaps. So I just like to unravel it and work directly in. So from here we're going to create 6 single crochets, and in this first one you would be putting in your stitch marker here. So we're going, that's 1. I'm going to do 3 and then pull the circle a little bit tight, and then I'm going to do another 3. So that is 1, 2 and 3. And now I'm going to pull this tight like so, and then I'm going to work another 3 in here. 4, 5 and 6. Did I? No, I didn't come through that. 6. Now that we've got them in, I'm going to pull this nice and tight now and bring that all in. So you would know that whenever you start at your stitch markers here, then you would move it to this last stitch, and I'm going to start using my stitch marker now. So what I'm just going to do is pull this through like so. And that, to me, I know now that is my last stitch. So from here we are going to increase, and in an increase round it is quite hard to see here, but this is a stitch, 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 and this is a stitch. We are going to work 2 sets of double crochet into each stitch to build on our increase. So that's 1, and we're going to go back into that stitch again and create another single crochet. That's 2. From there we're going to go into the next one, and we're going to do the same the whole way around. We have 12 stitches because we had 6 on. We're increasing, and each stitch, which is an extra stitch, equals 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull our stitch marker out. We know this is the last one. Oh, make sure you go through both there. I think, yes, I have. 11 and 12. Now I'm going to reinsert my stitch marker to here. Like so. And our next round is also an increase round, but we single crochet in 1 and then we increase in the second. And how that is going to look, we're going to work 18 stitches in total into the 12, and this looks like this. So we're going to single crochet in here. So 1, and the next one we're going to increase. 2, 3, another 1, and we're going to repeat this the whole way round. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and we're going to pull this out, and we know we have to do 2 in the very last one, and that will give us a total of 18. We have another round of increase. I'm going to pull this out, insert my stitch marker in here, and this increase round is going to be 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets into the 1 stitch, and that's going to be repetitive the whole way round again. And this is how that looks like. So we're always make sure as well, see whenever you're using chenille yarn, open it up, because what can happen is if you're closed like this here and it's starting to curl up into itself, which it will, you could miss that stitch there completely and have then not the right number on. So always make sure and open it up and look to what stitch you're working out of. So this is going to be 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then increase with 2 single crochets into the 1 stitch. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. I need to pull out more yarn. I have to say, this is my first time using this chenille yarn, and I really am impressed with it. It's a lovely feel. It's not, like, it's anti-shedding, which is nice as well. I've lost. It's an increase. Oh my word. See how easy it is to lose where you're at. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and then 2 in the last one. So 1, 1, and then 2 single crochets. I'm going to pull this out. This is why I prefer using different coloured yarn, because you can just pull it out rather than I find the plastic ones for whenever you're using this, it's fiddly. So we are going to single crochet now, 1 in each. So that's for count of 24. I'm going to put in this stitch marker here. Go, pull this nice and tight again, and from here we're just going to do 24, and remember, always open that up. There's a stitch hiding in here that we have to work into, and this round is just 1 the whole way round, and you should have 24 stitches in total. Excuse the wheezing in the background. My son is sick with tonsillitis, and he's sitting watching TV with his headphones on, and he's having a wee giggle to himself. So I just had to pull this apart here. I've worked out of this one, so I need to go into this one. I was just double checking. So now we're going to be doing a colour change, and I promise it's not as scary as what it seems. Now there's very many different ways to do colour changes, and this is just the colour change that I use, the method that I use. but feel free to look at other methods and what suits you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a stitch here, but I'm not going to complete it like so. I'm going to leave this attached because I'm going to be picking it up later. And then I am going to get this yarn, and how I'm going to attach it is simply by completing the stitch with it like so. Now from here we have 2 rounds of black, and it is just a 24. What we're going to do is we're going to pull that there a bit tighter, get our yarn into position, pull this in tight, and from here we are going to do single crochet in each one the whole way around for 24. Now your work will want to naturally turn in this way, and it's going to be out this way, so just flip it around whenever you feel ready to flip it into its right position. And black is a nightmare to work with, so please take your time. I'm going to build this up. It is 2 rows of 24 single crochets, and I will meet you here at the end. I'm finished that 2 rounds. I'm back here for the colour change, and I'm just going to drop that like so and complete the single crochet with the yellow attaching it on. And this is the same, so we have 2 rounds of the yellow now. So we've just attached that, and we're going to work 2 rounds of 24 single crochets in the yellow, and I'll meet you back for the black. And I'm now changing over to the black, and we are going to do the same 2 rounds of 24 single crochets in the black, and then I will meet you back here to change colour back to the yellow. So we can cut off our black here now. Try not to cut your fingers, and we'll leave that and we'll pick this up. So from here we are going to do 1 row of 24 in the yellow, and then we're going to start our decrease, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to attach this, pull that tight, and do 1 row of our yellow 24 single crochets, and I will meet you back here for the decrease. Start our decrease. I've just put my stitch marker back in there to show that that's our 24 stitch. I am going to start stuffing this part here, and the reason, so you can just put in your eyes straight away, but I actually like to stuff it a wee bit to give it a bit of, to fill it out a little bit. I'll show you here what I mean. I always, whenever you're doing your stuffing, it depends what type of stuffing you have, I like to pull the filling apart a wee bit, and just take a bit at a time and stuff it in. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this to shape the head of it. See what I mean? Now you can see the head of the bee looks a lot more flatter and rounder, and it's easier to see where to place your eyes. So I'll get my eyes now and play about with your eyes. Usually the eyes come in like different sizes. I'm going to use the small ones for this, I think. You can use big ones. I'll see what the small ones look like. I think these might be a wee bit too small. And we're going to place these here between row 4 and 5. So this one here, this was our 6, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I usually place them up here or down here. It just depends. I'm going to go in here like this, and then I'm going to get the other one. It would be easier pulling out too, wouldn't it? And just have a wee look, fill it around, see what way it looks. And I don't think that looks quite right. Push that in there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's like his wee nose and the wee eyes. Once that's stuffed, that's going to be nice. So I am happy. Am I happy now that I've looked over the phone? Let me see, actually, I'm going to change these about a wee bit. Yeah, that's better. I'm happy with that. So we have 2 stitches clear here and we have 3 stitches clear here, so that needs to go there. Yeah, let me see. Yes, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with these now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the stuffing out and clip in the safety eyes, lock them into place, and then I can just restuff that again, decrease, and then stuff the final part. So I'll just show you here what I'm doing. So I'm just getting the back of them, and then you're just going to push that onto here, we click like so, and then do that for the other one. Like so. And then I'm just going to put this stuff back in here again. And that'll just fill that out while I finish working this round. So for this round, that last round we done 1 in each the whole way round, which was 24, and this round we are going to basically reverse this part here. So we're going to do 2 single crochets and then a decrease. So the 2 single crochets is basically 1, 2, and then a single crochet decrease, and I promise it's not as scary as what you think. So we've got these here 2 stitches here, and we're wanting to bring them together. So we're going to go in and pull up a loop like a single crochet, and we're going to go into the next one and pull up a loop like a single crochet. We have 3 in the hook, and we're just going to pull right through, and that brings them to the 1. And we're going to do 2 single crochets, and the next one we're going to go in, pull up a loop, into the next one, pull up a loop, and single crochet through. 2 single crochets, like so, and then we're going to go in and decrease. And we are just going to repeat this the whole way round to our stitch marker again. So that's 2, the next one's going to be a decrease. You can do hidden decreases and do all that fancy stuff, but I think for now just stick to this. I think it looks the same, to be quite honest. I don't notice a big difference. We're going to bring out our stitch marker, and then we're going to bring these last 2 together like so. Insert our stitch marker again, and you can see now how much that has brought that in already. This is going to be 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Now from here, what I usually do is I am going to stuff this a little bit more as we go on. Like so. Insert our hook again. And from here we are going to do 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Always make sure you have plenty of yarn out. It helps with the flow. 1 single crochet. Then a decrease, 1 single crochet, then a decrease. And don't worry if you're picking up any fluff like I am, you can poke it all back in with a yarn needle. 1 single crochet, decrease, one single crochet, decrease, pull this out. We know that we need to do one single crochet. Alright, I was rudely interrupted there by a telephone call. Imagine somebody ringing me. This is the only time people do ring me, is whenever I'm trying to do video tutorials. And we need to decrease. And from here then we are just going to do a straight decrease. But before I do, I'm going to make sure I'm happy with that actually. I don't need any more stuffing in that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to do the straight decrease. So for this time, now we're just going to decrease and we're going to do 6 so that we have a total of 6. You should have 12 stitches now at this stage. So this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4.
Get your fingers out of that.
This is 5. Excuse my children in the background. 5. And 6, our last one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to leave a nice long end that we can weave in round, and I'll show you how that looks. So all you're going to do here is you're going to leave a long end and you're going to pull this right through. Now you can use a darning needle, but you do need a darning needle to sew in the wings, but at this stage I just basically push this in through. Well, pull it in through. So I'm going to get my hook and all I'm going to do is weave this in like so into only the top lip of each stitch. It's hard to see with chenille yarn, but you're only wanting that top lip there of each stitch. Like so. And this is the last one, because you're wanting that stitch there. Like so. And then all you're going to do is pull this nice and tight, and that tightens this up for you. I usually just insert my hook, push it up and through, grab the end like so, and pull that down in to disguise the ends. Or you can just thread it through a needle and disguise the ends that way, whatever suits you best. Once that's done, I just bring out the hook, give it a bit of a shape, and then push this down in, like so. And that just gets rid of all your ends and gets them tucked away nice and neat. And then from there, now you will have shavings and fluff, and depending on the yarn that you're using, you will probably have more. It all depends. So from here now, we're going to do the wings. The wings, we are going to start with a magic circle again. Chain the one to lock that into place, and we are going to do 6 into the circle. Unravel this part here so that it doesn't get tangled up, like so, and only do 3 to get started. and you'll be making 2 of these, so I'm only going to show 1 because you just do the exact same for the other. And then we're going to do 3 in here, 3 more, so that we have 6. 1, 2, 3. And pull this nice and tight, like so. And from here, all we're going to do is increase. So we're going to put 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets in each of the 6 stitches around that we have 12. This is not wanting to go through. There we go. So that's 1. I thought the glitter would be a nice little touch. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you can see that this yarn isn't as nice to work with. It's very hard to pull through. And we have a lovely join here that I need to snip off. I need to pull that tighter, sorry. It's really not the best yarn, to tell you the truth. I got it out of Vinted, but it's from Aldi, and I don't recommend this yarn. So now that we have the 12 stitches on, we're just going to pull this straight through, and we're going to leave a really long end because we need to sew this in. Like so. Doesn't even want to pull through. There we go. And basically we're going to make 2 of these, and they're going to be the little wings. What on earth is that? It's dyed that colour. Yeah, I do not recommend this yarn at all. Baby yarn, white sparkle, oh goodness. It feels very rough as well, so I don't recommend it. So we're going to make 2 of these, and you can have them sitting like this, or you can have them sitting in the way. It's whatever way you want. I usually have them sitting out the way like this here, 2 of them. One side and one on the other, and that is how you do a little bee. You'll attach your darning needle and weave this in. You can put them at the front, you can put them at the back. I tend to just sort of stick them between the yellow there and the black, like so. But position them about, get a little safety pin, stick them down in and set it down and see if you like the look of it from there. But that is how you make a little bee plushie.